It is Monday, and the nutritionist Akusia is here with us to talk to us about nutrition for your eyes. So you can see well. I know Kuku David is excited about this.
You know I am.
Yes. And for those of us who have 20/20 vision, we need to pay attention. We want to keep it there, you know. Anyway, good morning, Akusia. Good to see you.
Good morning. I love how you look. I love how you look.
Oh, thank you so much.
hair.
You look fantastic.
Thank you.
You've brought a nice white vibe, angelic vibe to the set on this Monday morning.
Hallelujah.
Yeah. Okay, eyesight.
Yep.
Obviously very, very important. I mean, one of our most important organs, you know. How are we supposed to protect this through nutrition?
Okay, so just like we always say, everything that happens to be Kokui, Akusia, is a reflection of whatever we are putting in us. So it is very important that once the eye happens to be an organ, just like any other organ, definitely everything we are eating has something to do with it. There are some nutrients you need to be deliberate about just to help you as far as taking care of your eye health is concerned. So let's start off by saying a healthy diet.
Okay.
Or a balanced meal. So how do you ensure that you have healthy eyes for kids, adults, or the aged? You eating a healthy diet will go a long way to supply your body with some of the nutrients we'll be talking about as the conversation progresses. So you taking a balanced diet will give you all the needed protein. So everything about the balanced diet will reflect the 4-star diet, a message that every nutritionist or health worker preaches, where you have the staples coming, you have the animal products and protein coming in, you have the pulses, nuts and seeds, or the leguminous family coming in, you have the fruits and vegetables coming in, essential fats and other stuffs like iodated salt also coming in, water also forming a part of what you need, because we say that you need 4 of this, the 500 ml at least for an active or a normal worker. But if you are somebody who is involved in a lot of movement, or if you're somebody in the market, obviously your movement is much as compared to somebody who is sedentary or will have to sit at a particular point for a long time. So to start the conversation of you ensuring that you are eating a balanced diet will go a long way to help your child, even before the child comes out, because some of the topics the producer sent to me was like, why are children now wearing lenses at a very younger age? So we will get there and we will know that some of the things that are responsible for what we see in younger children happened in the womb. And so if you have a mother who was not doing all these things, was smoking, was into alcohol and other stuffs, it can affect you in a certain way. So to start off, I would say a balanced diet, because it will give you the antioxidants. There is something very important for the eye. There is an antioxidant called lutein and then zeaxanthin. They combine and then serve you some great benefits for your eyes. So a balanced diet will give you all the nutrients. I don't know if you want me to just zoom in and go into the nutrients you need. So lutein, zeaxanthin. Now you need 10 milligrams per day. So your daily requirements of lutein is 10 milligrams for the day. And if you are somebody who is eating what we have on the screen, your daily need of zeaxanthin, so they are found a lot of times in our leafy green vegetables like spinach. If you can't afford spinach, we have contomere. You can just enter somebody's backyard and then beg for contomere. Bonto, or what we call dandelion, you don't buy it in our country here. So you making some of these part of your meal, so work with your budget. If you can afford blueberries, why not? If you can't, we have eggs there. So at the end of the day, whatever I'm able to afford as far as what we have on the screen is concerned will serve me what I need. Now we move on to vitamin C rich foods. With the vitamin C, I always tell people who come to the facility that if you can give yourself 2 oranges a day, your daily need of ascorbic acid can be taken care of. So for a man, you need 90 milligrams. For a woman, you need 75 milligrams. And we give ourselves 1 to 2 because some of the oranges are smaller, others are bigger. So you can play safer by making sure you take 2 of that. For a younger child, you need to be deliberate. They are young, squeezing that hard stuff can be a problem for them. So how do we go about it? You can just juice it for them. And so a small glass of orange juice a day, freshly squeezed. I will emphasize on that. Don't go and buy something in box that is written orange juice on it, because I always say that if it can sit on the shelf for more than a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, they are 6 months and even a year, they are lying to you. It's not called a juice, it's a drink.
Even the ones that say 100% from concentrate.
They are lying. You have to freshly squeeze it. So if you can give your child that, it means that you are helping this child, because at that age, some of them, when you get to the last question, they have the ability to, they want to squint because they are inquisitive. So they want to really know what it is, and they are now aging. And so for some people, you seeing them wearing lenses doesn't mean they have issues. It could be that they need to be enhanced to make sure their eye health is stronger for them, so that they can have a stronger eye health, not necessarily because they have issues. Others have issues. And then we have vitamin E. Now, vitamin E, very powerful for combating cataracts. And then age-related macular degeneration. So if you're somebody at risk, for instance, if you have a family history of age-related macular degeneration, and most of the eye health up until today, where certain things that affect adults are affecting children, it was above 40 that you could see somebody with eye issues or wearing lenses and other stuff. Even me, before secondary school, I had issues, and they were like, you have to wear the lens. And because of how we've made it look, at that time, I was begging the doctor, I can't wear it. So I wasn't interested because of what it is, but obviously we are learning every day. And as I sit here, if I have to, why not? But I don't have the issue again. So we move on to fatty-rich foods, fatty acids. So when I was talking even about the balanced diet, I mentioned essential fats. Now we need omega-3 fatty acid. The DHL, very, very good for helping us as far as our eye health is concerned. And we have the EPA. So we have two types, the omega-3 fatty acid. So you eating examples of these foods on the screen will go a long way. And I know that in Ghana, at least, we eat one or two of what we have on our screen. So it's all satisfying the balanced diet thing that we are talking
Definitely
about.
sardines.
And then it helps with your retinal muscle strengthening. So your eye, every eye has a retina. So if you have something that will strengthen the muscles of the retina, it's something we need to pay attention to. Mackerel, what we call salmon. What we have in, so don't say I can't buy mackerel. What we call salmon in Ghana is mackerel. So that will go a long way to
sardine and
help
mackerel,
you.
I don't think we have a problem. It's the kipper, caviar, and salmon, like actual salmon.
But they play safer.
Salmon and kipper, I'm sure it's available.
No,
Because if you look
available, but Charlie, quickly.
no. But if you look at the photos we see there, don't you see them in the market?
I'm not talking about not available. I'm talking about Charlie. She can have
the money to afford it. So that's why I'm saying you can play safer. You see, some of these things, God is a wise man. These things, some of them are connected. That's why I said if you can't buy spinach, or you think broccoli is very expensive, egg can sort you out. Less than 2% of whatever you spend on the spinach or the broccoli. So about zinc has to be one of the most powerful you need. It does your body some good as far as your supply, immune system health is concerned, and then it helps with the production of melanin. Now, melanin is very, very important for us, and melanin has everything to do with the protection of the pigments of the eye. So once you are taking zinc, I always say that zinc, I love zinc. It works for the child. It works for the man as far as male and sexual health is concerned. It works for us as far as our immune system is concerned. It is responsible for reproductive health. And then it does this wonderful thing to you as far as the most beautiful organ you have in life, because you need your eyes. And so it does you this good by producing this wonderful thing you need called melanin to make sure that your eye is protected the way it needs to be protected.
Okay.
So we have the food sources. I think it was projected on the screen for you to appreciate the examples we spoke about. And then there was something on eye color, tearing, and then dry eyes. So it was like, what does do we have factors or certain things that influence that? Like I said, the color of your eye. Honestly, after your 20s, not much can be done. Everything that is happening to you has to do with your lifestyle or dietary habits. And so if, for instance, growing up, you have no family history of eye issues or whatever, but then you all of a sudden became a chain smoker, you all of a sudden was doing a lot of alcohol, and you were eating anyhow you wanted to eat, dietary habits and some of these, in quote unquote, for lack of better words, irresponsible lifestyles can contribute to you having a certain condition, aside the fact that for some people there's nothing, absolutely, I wasn't taking alcohol, I wasn't smoking, but for some reason I had issues with my eyes. So that is basically it. And then the coloring. At a certain age, it is believed that this is how God made you. So there is no way I can move my eyes from looking like this into blue, hazel, or that foreign kind of eyes. But then it is believed that before you turn 20 or in your early teen ages, a lot of things can happen, but not necessarily to change how it looks. But at least before you get to that age, the brightness, the sharpness of your eyes, its ability to detect something or work more can be improved on, but not necessarily changing the color or how God made it. And then about the tearing. Now, there are various reasons why that can be happening. It could be a reason that your teary, you have dysfunction as far as what is responsible for tearing is concerned in your eyes. And so for this one, you need to speak to an eye specialist, an ophthalmologist, or speak to an eye doctor and seek help to know if you have issues. But definitely if you are eating proteins, like I said, some of these things I'll mention, they are running in the other stuff. If you are eating proteins, if you are eating vitamin A rich foods, vitamin A, it can't be overemphasized.
For your eyes.
We talk about it. And for the mothers with younger children, I always tell people when I have the opportunity to sit here that when you come to the government facilities, it is free. The vitamin A supplement is free. Just walk into any facility or walk into Rich Hospital and tell them that my child is below 5 years but has never taken vitamin A. At birth, depending on the hospital you delivered at, I can vouch for Rich Hospital. At 6 months, you are given the 100,000 international units for your child. And then at 1 year, you are given the 200,000. And every 6 months, it's supposed to happen until your child turns 5. You don't stop going for weighing after 18 months injection. You need to continue. You are one of them. Because of the need for some of these nutrients. And it will surprise you. A lady came down from the United States. The plotting of her baby's weight had dropped. So when I saw the child, from experience, I saw the child and the way they had recorded for the child, I was like, this child should weigh more than what is being recorded in the book. And I was like, do you know what? I took the weight again. I'm not supposed to do it, but I took it again, and there was a change. So I told them to go back there so that I will be sure that whatever I took is the same as what they had. So the recording was where the problem was, because it was mine. And this woman was fuming because they're like, if the weight drops twice, and I'll be in Ghana for 2 months, if the weight drops twice, they can take my girl from me when I get to the United States. But then in Ghana, we joke with a lot of things. We joke with a lot of things. We need to pay attention to some of these things. And then we have the nutrition for dry eyes. Now, a lot of reasons can be why you have dry eyes, but then you eating carrots, tomatoes, liver, and some of, like I said, if you are making these part of your health, what affects the tearing can also have an influence on what is causing the dryness. And you need to make sure these vitamin A-rich foods are part of your daily meals. For the dryness of the eyes, it's because of deficiencies in vitamin A. That causes sometimes a lot of these, and it is very common in developing countries, and our country happens to be one. That is why.
What is it? What don't we?
That is why the Ghana Health Service will make sure. I always say that if you have the chance, you have a national health card, go to the government facility. If I meet you, sometimes I even have some on me. Unfortunately, I don't have some here. I can just give it to you, give you the recordings, tell you to go to the weighing center next to you. In 6 months, I'll give you even the dates that you need to go for the next dosage, and I will specifically tell you, if anybody tells you to pay, report the person, because you are not supposed to pay. So we have myths about Gary, and then maybe because of time I would have to post this. So myths about Gary affecting your eyes. It's not necessarily that. It's because of the cyanides found in some foods. And so if you're somebody who really enjoys a lot of Gary, then it means that the amount of cyanide exposure to your body could be high, and so you need to pay attention to that. And then a child under 5 having eye issues, it could be the mother having diabetes at pregnancy. So gestational diabetes, hereditary, lifestyle habits can all have a reason why a child will be wearing lenses. And so if your child is in lens, don't think the child has issues. Sometimes to help them brighten their
after
eyes.
this, where would you post this that people can
So
reach out
you can
to?
follow me on Instagram at the Nutritionist Akosia. I'll post this there.
Okay.
On Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Nutritionist Akosia. You can WhatsApp me on your child or you, where I can show you where to go to on 0243 350206. 0243 350206.
All right,
so
fantastic.
much.
Thank you very much for
It's
coming
always a
through.
pleasure.
Thank you, thank
Always.
you. Well,
Yeah.
good.